Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got this wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, look at that. Look at that wind chime. Ah, Mommy, she saw that over at some guy's house, and he made that. And he had one that was 3 times as big as that. Right now I've got a rock wedged up in there, because even with a little bit of wind that's moving around, this thing will start bonging and making noise. And I'm going to be making some videos over here for this stairwell. So that's not what this video is about, on a wind chime and stuff. But isn't that kind of cool? You know? But anyways, let's talk about these stairs over here. I'm just getting ready to fix these stairs, and I don't know if you were with me the other day, and I hope you were. I was going to start prepping this and installing something on this, and I'm really glad that I slept on it last night and didn't do anything, because if you were with me the other day, you would have seen where I said I'm going to use this flex paste from the guy that as shown on TV, this guy here, remember that guy right there, as shown on TV. I was going to put that stuff on there. I was going to clean that and stuff. I was going to put caulking on it first, all the way around the edges and stuff. Well, I'm not going to do it that way anymore. I want you to sit back and listen to my theory here as to how I'm going to patch these stairs. And had I used this flex paste, remember I was saying the other day I would take that flex paste. The reason why I wanted to use the paste was because these stair treads were kind of going the opposite direction. They were actually going in towards the inside rather than being flat or tilted, so that the water would come doink, 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 down like that. And that's what was happening before I started working on these. There were gaps on here and stuff, and the water was running down here in the winter, and then we get snow, and that snow was melting and going down underneath, causing all kinds of mold and mildew and fungus, and the stair stringers underneath were rotten, and I had to cut those off and replace those and all that kind of stuff, and replace those 2 top stair treads and all that kind of stuff. And I was gonna use the flex paste and build up each step and float it down. I was gonna use the paste, and they have some other stuff too. It's not the paste, it's the liquid form, like pouring on a roof to do a roof patch or stuff. This is actually paste, where you can kind of direct the angle of installing it and stuff. And had I decided to use that, I was thinking, wow, I'm going to have to do that on every single one of these stairs. Well, all the ones except the top 2 stairs, because the top 2 stairs I had already replaced. Follow me now. And I was going to use this stuff. This stuff cost $70, a 3-pound tub like that. Can you believe that? $70 for one of those. And I was thinking I might have to go through 6 of those, and then I was going to decide, oh, I've got to paint it afterwards, because this stuff is white. I didn't think I wanted white stairs. They have white and black, but it's also paintable. So I thought I would put this stuff down first so I could slope each stair, and then I was going to put some weatherproof sealer on top of that, waterproof rubberized paint on top of that. I figured I might have to spend $450 to $500 to do all that. And you know, I started thinking about that late last night, and it came to me. I thought, I think I can fix this for about $100. Now, had you been watching me before, and I'll probably review it a little bit, I've tried to put stuff on top of these stairs 4 different times before snow and stuff, and it would crack out and everything. I tried, what did I try in here? I tried a rock hard water putty. I tried Fix-All. I tried thin set material. I tried some heavy duty concrete cement, all this stuff here. rapid set. Cement all, because this was for interior, exterior conditions. Hardens underwater, non-shrink, durable, very fast setting, high strength. And that cracked out too. And I thought, what else could I do with these stairs? And I started thinking about it last night. I said, hey, instead of using the Flex paste, why not use the Flex liquid stuff? Remember, I was telling you, each one of these stairs is sloping the wrong direction. If I take that Flex liquid and pour it on there, it'll find the low spot, and then it will come out this way. So, you know, the liquid stuff, it comes in a little bit bigger tub, and it's less expensive. It's not $70 for a 3-pound tub. It might, I forget what it was at the store. I'll have to look at the store next time I go to the store. I'm going back there today. And I thought I'd just pour the liquid stuff on there, and then it will build up by itself, and then flow out. But then I thought, shoot, if I do that, do I really need to use this Flex liquid stuff? Could I not use something else? And I thought about it. And I'm still kind of on the fence, but I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to do. Instead of using that, I thought, why not use some roofing material? Some mastic. It's roof, not roof patch, but it's material, and it comes white, and you can get it in black and white. And remember, had you have seen me fix this deck here, I had to tear out this whole thing from that seam right there and all this over here. I saved all the stairs, and everything underneath it was dry rot. And when I tore it all out and replaced it all, I thought, how am I going to tie the plywood floor into the existing deck over here? Because I'm not a roofer or anything, and they had some stretchy stuff on here, some black tar rolled stuff that had sticky on it. And I thought, I'm not going to use that. I don't know even where to get that. And I thought, I know, I'm just going to treat this as though it's a roof. And so I got that elastomeric roofing product. It came in a 1-gallon container. I think you can probably get it in a 3 or 5 too at the store. And I actually rolled that on here and put 2 coats on there, and as an underlayment underneath here. And so when it rains and stuff, this is just acting as though it's a roof deck underneath there. Okay? And then I started thinking, what about if I use that same roofing material product in a 1-gallon container and put it on these stairs? Why not? Right? And that roofing product, I don't think you can paint it, and it comes in black and white. And I thought, what about just leaving it white? I think I'm just going to do that. I'm going to leave it white, and then I've got a product here. Let's see, where is it? I thought I had it right here. Oh, here it is. See this? This is some little mesh. Okay? And then here's a heavier mesh, and this, believe it or not, is adhesive webbing tape that you use for making patches and covering holes on drywall. Okay, what are you going to do with that, Joe? Well, I thought, since I'm going to use that roofing product, hear me out. I know a lot of people say, hey Joe, you go on and you always explain things, just get to the point. Well, the point is, all of these existing stairs were glue lam beam material, 2x4, 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 2x4. They're all glued together. And whoever installed this, I don't know why they used that instead of, why didn't they just use regular Douglas fir header material instead of Douglas fir glue lam beam material? You see what happens after the years? It gets all icky. It starts checking. You start getting seams start coming in here, and anything I put on here, whatever it was, it always cracked up at the end of the year. Well, at the spring of each year, after the snows melted and thawed out and all that kind of stuff, this stuff would pop and break all up, and I'd have to break it all out. I don't know of any concrete material like this, or in a bucket like this, or any self-leveling material, concrete stuff that you can put on wood stairs that will not break out, that will not bond in here, because any type of concrete material, I'm assuming now, is only for when you use concrete patching material. You patch that over concrete steps or on concrete sidewalks or stairs or whatever. If they're concrete, you know what I mean? It always just broke up. And I even went to a couple tile companies, Dow Tile, VideoJoe's Tile, talked to them, asked them, hey, do you make any underlayment that will work and put on exterior wood stairs that I can build up on one end and taper down to the other, which isn't going to crack out later on after the snow melts and stuff? They could not. They were shaking their heads, they were scratching their heads, thinking, we don't have anything. And I started thinking about it more. Instead of using this flex stuff, you know, $70 a little bucket, why not use the roofing material? And so that gallon container, you keep watching my videos and I'll show you what I'm going to do with this step by step. This is a introductory, what would you do to these stairs? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the roofing material, and it's in a liquid form. It's kind of the consistency of pancake batter, something like that. Okay, and I'm going to pour that on there. I'm going to pour it on, and before, you remember I had screws on here and I put a level across there, and then I used those to build for when I built this up, so I could have a nice straight line across there. I used my putty knife and went from there down. Well, I'm gonna take all those out, break them off, or pound them in, whatever. I'm gonna take those out of there. I don't need those now, because as long as this is flat, as long as these are flat, I'm okay. Because I was building that up, I thought, instead of making it exactly flat, why not taper it up to the high side about a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch, and then taper it down. Seems as though I'm going to be doing it with putty knives and drywall knives and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I did. But if I'm going to use the roofing material, I'm going to pour that on there. So I don't have to get it, I can just get it level, right? I don't have to have the backside lifted up and tapered down. I could just have this thing level. So if I pour that stuff on there, it's gonna cover this and coat this, and it has an elastomeric base to it, and that means that it's kind of rubbery and it flexes a little bit, and that's going to be a good thing, because what happens is no matter what you put on this stuff, because this is glulam beam material, you still get the air coming up from underneath the house, and it comes up, and that kind of messes with the bonding ability to whatever you're putting on here, and it's causing havoc, and I think that was helping it crack too. And so how to alleviate that? Well, I thought if I put the roofing material on there, and then if I put this stuff on there, I can lay that straight across here like this. Okay, put the roofing material on there, overlap this, and flip this edge up, bend it up a little bit for that inside corner, you know, just about like that. And that way I'll have more of protection on that inside corner. If I'm going to do it, I might as well do it right. You know what I mean? Spend a little bit extra time. That's why I'm going to take this is a little bit thicker than this over here. And incidentally, they have this stuff like roofing patch material too. It looks exactly like this. It's a little bit wider, and it just doesn't have the sticky on it. But I can use this. This is just my extra roll I've had for years. Okay, and I can fold that up, put that little piece right there, put that in, and then put this over it, right up to about there. Let it fold down, and come all the way down right to there. okay, all the way along there. That'll help protect this edge a little bit. And what that'll do, the roofing material seeps right through here. But this is going to give me a barrier and a protection. It's still going to stick to the glulam beam material, but if any air comes up from later on or something, and it wants to try to crack this out, it's not going to crack this roofing material out, because the roofing material is rated for flat roof decks that you can walk on, that you can redo over old roofing stuff. And so why not just mimic the same thing for these stairs? Now, most people don't have stairs like this, okay? But if you do, and they're all built in, and they're all tied into the stucco wall here, and you don't want to have any water get down through there and stuff, and this is all goes down underneath the house. See, this stucco wall is built all the way across over on that side. You can't get under here unless you're underneath the actual house. Now, I don't want any water getting under there. And could I just put this flat up to there? Yeah, probably. And then build it up, and that would probably be fine. But because I have this, because I have that, why not go the extra mile? It's gonna take me a little bit longer, but not that much. That way I'll have a nice edge right there. So if any water sits there, it's gonna eventually want to flow out. It's not gonna want to float back in. I've already got this all caulked and stuff, a nice thick caulking base and stuff. So because of all that, I'll use this and make it just like I'm gonna do a roof deck. Okay, and I already have this material. I think I have enough for all these stairs, but when I'm at the store, I'll get another roll of this, and if I don't use it, I can take it back. It's about $6 for a roll like this. Okay, I use that up on that deck up there when I patched all that in. If you haven't seen any of that, how I repaired this dry rot deck before, you'll be amazed at all the different things I had to do, and even inside this column and stuff, you'll be really amazed at all that. Okay, go to my main YouTube channel page and click on playlists, and then scroll down to dry rot deck repairs, and that includes all the work that I had to do underneath these stairs and all the other kind of stuff. And when you get all said and done, your deck is still going to look like this. Some people were telling me, "Oh, Joe, don't worry about it, just tear it down, tear it down." Hey, phooey on that. I wasn't going to tear it all down, because all this deck section here was still fine all the way up to there. All the dry rot stuff was right from this line on down that way. You should have seen it. It was just a nightmare. I did it all myself. All I had to do was pay for the material. I was able to resave all these concrete pavers, and my material was 2x6s underneath the deck, 2x4s, a little bit of paint, a little bit of plywood, the roofing compound. I probably spent less than $1,500 to fix it all. You'd be amazed. You watch all that kind of stuff. Okay, now back to these stairs. I'm just gonna do that roofing material, and I thought, do I need to paint that roofing material? No, I figured maybe I'll just leave it white. That should be fine. You know how many times we go down these stairs to go from the house out into the backyard? Probably 20 times a year or less. You know, there's another way. I usually come in from down that way, because whenever I'm working here, I don't come out of the house. I come out of the garage and stuff and come down here. I very seldom go up and down these stairs. So do I care if they're white? Maybe it'll be good if they were white. Initially they were a sludgy green color, but they needed to be repaired desperately when we moved into this house. Now, you know, 3-4 years later, I need to figure out how to get these deck stairs fixed once and for all. And so that's why I'm thinking about using the roofing material, because I can get a roofing material bucket, 1 gallon container, for about $52 or so. Not that one, but a roofing one. And this stuff was $70 for a 3-pound tub. And even if I use that other liquid stuff That's probably $50–60 or more for less than a gallon, and it's probably two-thirds of a gallon. And so I'm like, why not use the same thing by using the roofing material? Then I can use this stuff here, because I was still afraid. What if I use this flex paste and I get the same thing happening, wanting to have the air come through here and stuff? It says you can put this stuff down in the liquid form down there. It says you can put it down right over directly wood and stuff. But then I was thinking I was going to have to paint it, and I was going to do that. Why not just not mess with any of that? Just put that roofing material over that. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going back to the store. I'm going to take this stuff back. Here's $220 right there, believe it or not. And I'm going to look for the roofing material. And I believe I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to look at, while I'm at the store, I'm going to look at the other Flex liquid, the Flex liquid stuff it's called, and see about that. But I kind of have a feeling I'm not going to do it that way. Just because I believe, I'm not sure, they might only have that in black and not white. If they don't have it in white, hey, forget it. I don't want these stairs to be black. You know what I mean? I just soon have them be white. And so more than likely I'm going to get the roofing material and see. I'm not even going to have to use, I'm not going to have to use this at all. Just save that for another project. I got 2 of those caulking tubes, because once I build that up, I may not need all that other. If I go right up to the edge and stuff, we'll see. But if I do use the roofing material, I was thinking, should I just put it directly over this? I thought maybe I shouldn't do that, because even though these have been dry for all summer and stuff, I can still see some discoloration right in here. See right in there. Here's some more right up in there. There's a little bit in there. And anywhere where there's little deep sections, see right here, right up here, you can see the discoloration there. That could still be some slight moisture up in there. Okay, and I thought that could have a possibility of mold building up on there. So before I put my material down, my roofing material, I believe, like I said, I'm going to put the roofing material, not the Flexi liquid. I thought, hey, I've got some of this mold killing primer, and it's for interior and exterior. And I thought, and I only have like this much left from here down, because I used that underneath the house after I got most of the mold scraped off and swept off and all that kind of stuff. I used that mold killing primer underneath there. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to do these stairs. I think I will. Why not put at least 1 coat of mold killing primer on the top of these? You know what I mean? Why not do that before I put the roofing material stuff on there? That way it'll kind of protect these to a certain extent. It'll give me a base before I put the roofing material on here. And if I have any signs of fungus or mold or mildew existing, it's going to kill that. It's going to dry that. It's going to bond that before I put my roofing material down. Okay, so that's my plan now, and I'm glad I rethought that. Sometimes when you get into a project, here's the tip for you. Sometimes you get into a project, you think, how on earth am I going to get this fixed? Don't rush into it. Clean it. Do it step by step by step. Yesterday I cleaned all this stuff and I got ready to do the next bit, and I decided I was going to end for the day. Now I'm not going to use, I don't think I'm going to use the caulking. I don't think I'm going to use the flex paste. See, all because I took some time, I thought about it a little bit more, and I think I'm going to do it a different way. So that's going to save me $500 that way. It's probably going to cost me, maybe, if I get a gallon of that roofing material, that's probably going to be enough. I could get 2 gallons, but I don't think I'll need more than a gallon. So less than $100 with my materials, my paint, my kills, my mold killing primer, and my roofing material that I'm going to put down on here. Less than $100. I think I get this fixed instead of $500 this other way. Okay, and I don't even know if this way is going to work, but I have a feeling the roofing material is going to work. And even though it's a roofing based material, it's not going to be that thick on each one of these. It might be 3/16 to nothing, 1/4 inch to nothing, 3/16 to nothing, stuff like that, you know, on these. And once that stuff dries, it's going to be a rubbery base, and it's no different than if you're walking on top of a flat roof after you put that material on. You see what I'm saying? And then this, if I put this stuff on here, that's just going to protect and beef up this glulam beam material. Okay, because I didn't want to rip that stuff out. I want to maintain this, and then I can just use that same stuff. I can paint the front edge, the riser of the stair, this underneath section, this bit of the riser, and all that, and just have these stairs be white. Okay, I think that'll be fine. You know, you come out here, the patio is kind of white. You know, it's got seams in it and stuff, and it'll be fine. It's not like right at the front of your house or something. You know what I mean? I don't think I'll have a problem having it be white. And then after the winter, if I need to touch up anything, I've got my extra roofing material. I can just slap a little bit more on here wherever I need to. If I need to put some more of that stuff on there, whatever. Build it up a little bit more. You know, each summer put one coat on here if I had to. It's not going to take very long to do it. And then I can maintain this. It'll keep the stairs looking nice and clean. And like I say, it's not like we're walking up and down on here, you know, 150 times a year and getting our grubby shoes on it and dirt from working in the garden and stuff. We do that coming out the side door around the house and go up in the garage and do all that. I don't do that right here anyways. Do you see what I mean? So for all those reasons, that's why I'm going a different way. Stay tuned and see how it's going to turn out. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. So before I go to the store, I've got, you know, this much left of that mold killing primer. I'm going to go ahead and put that on here and see how far it goes. I think I have enough for one coat, and we'll just see before I go to the store. That way, if I need more, I'll get another gallon of that mold killing primer from Zenser. Then I'll take that stuff back to the store, and don't worry, I'll come back and make more videos and show you how it's done.